Well, as we head here into another weekend of July, which we still have another one following it, as we're just a little over halfway through this month, we are noting that we have a little bit of a more June-like feel as we're seeing temperatures trending a little cooler than normal. Our averages for a morning low is 57, we're dropping down to 56. Average high is 84, and we're just topping off at 80 degrees. As what we're watching through our Friday was a wave of energy that's now going to pull us into a stronger northerly flow. So that's going to keep the temperatures cooler, and we are seeing that generally temperatures, even area-wide, will be holding into the 70s. Spots, though, will still be topping off into those 80s at times, but again, not going to be feeling like the 80s. What we'll notice that we'll continue to cool through about Monday, as we'll still talk about that afternoon thunder risk, but we're noting that when it comes down to any strong or severe cells, it is looking to be pretty limited. A lot of these storms will try to pop up from some of that heating with that sunshine, as it is typical for this time of the year, but those storms don't have a lot of carry with them, so not going to be watching any, again, big events. But we will be seeing that after that Monday to Tuesday threat starts to fall apart, we are going to talk about a drying and warming forecast. Could be working back towards some of that July heat. Now into our Saturday here, as we work into the day, note that we have that northerly wind that stays in place. So that's what keeps much of those temperatures within the 70s. Again, 80 is the high temperature, but that high temperature typically is only achieved for maybe an hour or two. So really it's going to feel like the 70s, and we still have a chance for some of those showers and thunderstorms. Again, widely scattered and a lot of organization. We see cells develop and fall apart, but there still is everyone maybe a chance to see a few of those cells develop, especially over mountainous areas. And as those move away from the mountainous areas, they can allow for a brief downpour, but then they fall apart pretty quickly. Don't have a lot of carry with those into the central plains to bring any severe weather potential. So stay wary. There's still some good moisture in the atmosphere to allow for values to still bring a decent downpour, but we're not expecting any significant rainfall accumulation. But we definitely could use it as the drought conditions only continue to expand here. Now into our Saturday, we are starting that downward trend of temperature, so still trying to hang on to at least those mid 80s across the Nebraska Panhandle. We have 87 even into Douglas, 81 into Medicine Bow, to just hitting 80 into Cheyenne. Now as we head into our Sunday, those temperatures continue to pull back. More of that trend of the 70s, as again, Scotts Bluff even just tops off at 81. And again, that high only occurs for a couple hours. Even Laramie holds to a high of only 70, Medicine Bow at 75, Casper at 83 degrees. Now as we head into our Sunday, note that we are starting to see the downward trend in that average dew point. Now when you have dew points in these 40s, this is that monsoon moisture that we're tapping into. But when we start to see that pullback, this is more of a typical Wyoming pattern where we have our dew points more even into the 30s, and that can create some fire weather concerns, but it also allows for that warm and dry environment to develop. So as we start to move out of those storm chances Monday into Tuesday, those temperatures start to move back up as we hold on to more of that sunshine and limit that thunder risk in the afternoon. And it takes hold quickly, as we are watching that 90s could take over at least the end of next work week.